another one.
Repository suggestions. I'm transitioning back. I'm transitioning from backend dev to QA. I never really understand why people transition from dev to QA, but anyhow, just created a VCS repository. VCS stands for Version Control System, if in case you didn't know. What can I do for the first pet project if I intended to be a QA automation or maybe an SDET? Not much things coming to mind. I want to cover as much as possible for junior slash associates level and to be relevant in 2024. So, not entirely sure. Okay, got it. So this is not about API. This is about version control. I'm not really sure what the pet project has to do with version control in particular, because you can be using GitHub, you can be using Bitbucket, GitLab, whatever the case may be. But the repository is just to store your content. See, they almost got on me, but I caught the clock. So here's the thing, right? It's always a little bit tougher for QAs to do projects on their own, because you end up writing test cases and test plans and stuff like that for things that exist. And one of my tech barbarians, they might have just finished up a boot camp, but in the boot camp, when they're doing, I don't even know, like a project, it's not even an internship, but it's doing a project, and it's not a bunch of people in the class, like they join a Zoom call and they're just frivolously writing useless test cases. And to me, that's not the best use of your time. And you know how I feel about time. So it's always harder for QAs to do like projects with regards to the type of project. Because when you think about it, QAs are normally depending on someone to create an application for them to test. And this is the part where this is a question where I was going to bring up my amazing tech barbarian, Bridget. So, not going to give too much details, but Bridget partnered up with a friend who is working, like learning and working on, getting better at React and stuff like that. And Bridget, being the amazing QA engineer that she is, says, "Oh, you know what? I'm going to join on to this project so I can continue to get better in QA and different and things like that." And those are like the type of opportunities that you have to look for so that you can actually put your skills to use. But while you can like build your portfolio, doing test cases for Amazon or Walmart or something like that, or for flights, they're useful, but they already exist. And just seeing that you can write a test case based on a website that exists, whether it's a real site or a fake site, it's cool. But I'm not able to see your QA mind. I can just see that you can write test cases on stuff that exists. But as for instance with Bridget, building as her friend is building out the application, she gets to go through the whole entire software development lifecycle, writing test cases, automating those test cases, executing them, probably going to put them in GitHub, maybe an opportunity to set up GitHub Actions, whatever the case may be. So many things that is possible. And I'll give you another example. My tech barbarian, I'm telling you, I'm probably driving them crazy, because so the same one who's just wrapping up this boot camp, I'm probably driving them crazy, but crazy good. Because guess what? In a month time of working with me, they have exposure to Node, MongoDB, Docker, building Docker images, starting up a Docker compose file, troubleshooting their issues, finding out about environment variables, all within a month. They successfully tested. Oh, don't forget, knowing how to use the software that manages the stories, participating in the Scrum Nights, real experience for an app that is online that anybody can access. It's probably rotating in the chat right now. Anybody can access it. There's not much to see there, but isn't it? It's an app. And guess what? The best part about it, when they have their interview and they say, okay, like, so tell me about yourself. Oh, in the past 6 months, I've been working on building an application that provides quotes to people when they are feeling down and they want to quit. They're tired. Oh, really? What is this app? Oh, it's you can pull it up. What's the website? Oh, it's poopypants.app. Poopypants app. And then we all have a good laugh about it. And that's why I chose the name. Some people aren't crazy about it, but I find it funny. And it's based on, that motivation, that drive. And then you can start, and so what role did you contribute to this? Oh, well, I am the lead QA engineer on this project, and I did automation in this part. I wrote, these are the test cases that I wrote. I participate in the Scrum nights, and I did the sprint review. I demoed things, getting familiar with Docker, understanding how the Docker containers work, learning how to like different Docker compose commands. So many things that you can talk about. So you need to find a way to put yourself on a real project. You can do the like the little fake projects where you're like just writing some random test cases. I have a video, right, where I'm talking about how you can build a QA portfolio. It'll give you some good insight and knowledge and help, but there's absolutely nothing like being part of a project. And one of the problems that I have with people in tech, they have all these ideas, all this drive, all this ambition, but number one, they don't do anything with it. Number two, they don't want to work together. So the way that you see Bridget and a friend join forces, right? Like Captain Planet. And now the friend gets to get better at React. Bridget gets to get better at QA and everything about QA. But Bridget also gets to make her friend better in her development because she's going to be finding bugs and giving ideas and suggestions and stuff like that so she can make her application even better. While the friend is going to force Bridget to become better in QA because going to be pushing the limit on, hey, I wonder if we could do this. I wonder if we could do that. And then Bridget's going to have to find a way to test it, to automate it, to think about the different scenarios. Iron sharpening iron. I hope you understand what I mean by that. And if you can find one more tech barbarian of mine, I was able to land them in a startup, and call it whatever you want, internship, whatever, but they are building experience. And the amount of work and value that they're bringing to the startup, it's absolutely amazing. But guess what? I don't even care about that. I care about the experience that they're gaining because learning how to use, they've never used AWS Device Farm before. And I give them a quick walkthrough, and now they're able to connect. They're able to install applications on it, things like that. And those are you have to seek out those opportunities. You have to volunteer so that you can grow, you can elevate, you can get better. All right. So that would be my suggestion on how you can start to get better. And of course, build frameworks. But you need to put yourself, your feet in the mud and walk through it and figure out. You just have to figure it out, right? You have to figure it out, but you can't just sit around and wait and hopefully somebody's going to give you a chance. Nope. You have to go out there and get it. You have to go out there and earn it.
If you enjoyed the fascinating information shared in this video and you want more, be sure to hit the subscribe button to Tech Coach Ralph to be notified for new videos. Enigmatic Joker.